Welcome back to Rancid Radio. This is Lars, Frederiksen. I got Brody from the Distillers. How you doing, Brody?
I'm doing good.
Well, my next question kind of follows is this. You know, you got Matt on drums, you got Kim on bass, and a new addition I want to talk about a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it right now. When did you add a second guitar player?
Right before we went into West Beach to record the first record for the Distillers, I was looking for a young punk rock kind of rad girl who could play guitar really well, and a friend of ours, Pablo, told me he knew somebody, and she turned out to be perfect. And I saw her. We looked at each other, and it was like love at first sight. And she's from Detroit, and she's a tough little girl, and her name is Casper.
Casper is definitely one of the toughest girls I've ever met. I want to know a little bit about your influences, though.
Influences? God, there's so many.
Well, I know you guys do like a Patti Smith song on the new record, and maybe throw some out, just get familiar.
Okay, Discharge was my first, of course, really big. I love Blondie, and Rancid, of course.
Well, I know this is a tough question, but I mean, you guys play music that's so fucking hard and fast, and I just want to know what maybe, was it the influences that pushed you into that direction, or was it just, stream of conscious?
Well, I guess that, when I was in Sourpuss, we were this all-girl band. We got typecast into the whole riot girl scene, and I felt like I was never really accepted into that whole women's collective, and I had experiences with them, at shows, American female bands came over, and for all their hype and bullshit and, feminist and Nazi bullshit that they spouted, they didn't never give me any encouragement or even say anything to me about it. So I felt really dissed, and I just decided to go down my own path. And I guess, rock and roll and punk rock is a very, masculine form of, it's really sexual. It's a very masculine sexual energy to it, but it's also very feminine, and I think that's the emotive part of it. It's about expression and getting to say, what you want to say in many different ways. And I guess, from an early age, I was brought up by women, and that's a very nurturing thing, but I didn't have a father. And so I guess, I was my own man from an early age, and I was just in me. I'm a very masculine person as well as feminine, but, I guess, I don't know, I didn't give a fuck, and I wanted to play just as good as, the bands that I liked, and that was mainly, male bands, and I guess that's how it happened. I love playing really fast music, too,
Is there any particular band that you guys like to play with?
We love all the Hellcat bands, Dropkick Murphys, US Bombs, Tiger, the list goes on, and we have played with those bands, and they're fantastic, and they're hardcore, and they're, great musicians, and great fucking songwriting, and I think that's the main aspect to it, is just, songwriting.
Well, talking about great fucking songwriting, I want to get into some more music right here. This is my personal favorite off the record. I make up my own lyrics, singing along sometimes. This one is The World Comes Tumbling Down, fucking hard, pissed, loud, and proud. The Distillers on Rancid Radio.